let's talk about basic numbers for a fix and flip right now. We're not going to dive deep. We're just going to skim over. Throughout the rest of the month, we are going to be doing some deep dives on single family, note purchases, self-storage, and then multifamily. And then we'll also do some similar stuff on funds as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's talk about a fix and flip. What's the first thing that you need to look at when you're purchasing a home for a fix and flip? Fix and flip.
The purchase price.
How deep do you want to be in the property all in?
All
you're
in?
buying, yeah.
Like,
Based on the after repair value.
So your purchase price, your rehab, and all the other costs of capital that are associated with it, you probably never really want to be in more than 75% of the after repair value.
Sorry. No.
Well, let's stick with what we're
live
saying.
TV. So, based on our loans that we do, wouldn't you say that you wouldn't want to be more equally than 70%?
As a lender, I don't want to be more than 70%.
Right.
I'm saying as the investor, you don't want to be more than 75% ever, typically.
Yeah, I agree, especially if it's a rental property.
Yeah, and when I say 75, I'm including the cost of capital in that number.
Yeah.
Because the lender is in at a principal amount who's receiving the interest. The borrower or the investor is in at that principal amount plus their down payment plus the payments that they're making over the life of the loan.
Most people don't include that in their 75%.
You should.
Most people don't include the finance cost, even though it's real.
You should.
They don't do
when
it.
you get the money back, you should be running a net, or not when you get it back, before you get it back, you should be running a net sheet saying, here's all the money I spent, here's all the money I made. Basically, it's a ROI, it's a return on your investment. What did I spend? What did I get back? And that gives you a basic number. And then you say, okay, well, that number is positive. That's great. Well, how do I apply that or quantify that to the investment that I made? And that is where you get into internal rate of returns and XIRRs, which is internal rate of return tells you how fast you're going to get your money back out of a deal. IRR tells you the actual yield you're going to make because it takes the time factor in and says, okay, you had X money in at this time and this time, you made X amount of money out at this time and this time, here's your return.
Right.